Hey folks, Bill here from Survival. Thank you for joining me today. Have another video for you today. This is going to be one in uh, kind of the same aspect as we went over as the 5 and 10 piece building of a minimum kit. This one is going to be kind of a where to start. So I want to go over a couple things about resources and places to learn, how to learn, and how to get into wilderness survival and bushcraft. So first off, thank you guys for all the support you have shown. All the comments, conversations we have. Thank you guys. I really do appreciate that very much. Um, I'm not an instructor out here. I'm just a guy who's learned a few things over a couple decades of being out and growing up out in the woods. So with that, I wanted to share this stuff with you. So for me, when I got started, I was lucky enough to where it was kind of in our family. We hunted, fished, uh, did that kind of thing out in the woods, spent a lot of time camping and doing that. So I know not everybody is raised like that and has that opportunity when they're younger. So there are resources out there to where if that's not your background, you can still learn stuff and learn how to do those skills and where to acquire and kind of build that community and knowledge base. So we'll go over that today. My first recommendation, now that we are here in the age we live in, is everybody has access to the internet. The best online resource I know of out there is Bushcraft USA. Excuse me, whether it's learning through Bushclass or just interacting with people on there, I can't recommend that place high enough. So the first thing I want to talk about is Bushclass on Bushcraft USA. So right now, you have seen me. I'm sure a lot of you follow me on Instagram and know me from Bushcraft USA and other places. And you've seen posts I've been doing about different Bushclass lessons. And I wanted to share some of that with you today to show you what you can learn on kind of the benefits of going through that and doing that free schooling online. So it is a free resource on Bushcraft USA. There is no pressure. There's no timeline where you have to. There is an order you have to do it in from the basic to the advanced. But that is the only rigidity of the classes. You can go and do any of the lessons you want if you're not necessarily worried about getting the certifications. You can go and practice any of the lessons that you want to try and do. But for our purposes today, I want to go over some of the stuff you can learn in the basic Bushclass basic course. So one of those is learning to do some basic bushcraft knots. That lesson right here, we see I have 4 different bushcraft knots. We have a figure 8 on a bite, we have a taut line hitch, and we have 2 half hitches along with a sheet bend. Those knots allow you to set up tarps, keep pressure on taut lines, be able to craft certain things, and secure loads. So this is one of the courses on the basic. It's an excellent resource. There's video tutorials on every lesson that shows you how to do the knots, how to do said project, whether it's making a pot hook, making a custom fire steel, sharpening your knife. There is a lesson thread, and then there is a student practice thread. The benefit we all have now in 2026 is those student practice threads have thousands of responses on them. There are thousands of examples of how to do each lesson. So if you're worried about not being able to complete something, there's a ton of other people who've done this before you, shared their experiences and shared how they've done it. And it's all there for free to go see how to do. So keep that in mind. I'll show you a couple other things. This was the 4 basic knots. Like I said, we got a sheet bend, 2 half hitches, a taut line hitch, and a figure 8 on a bite right there. We also have a couple lessons on braiding and making cordage. This is an example of braiding cordage. This is 3-strand man-made cordage. I have 550 cord here, survivor cord, and it is braided in a 3-strand braid. There's a lesson and examples on there how to do this. Once I braided it, I whipped the ends, and you can use this to make straps for gear. You can use braided lines for ridge lines, whatever it may be. There are tons of uses for braiding cordage. That is also, you're using man-made in the basic, but these are all precursors to doing the more advanced lessons like the intermediate and advanced, where they go more into natural materials. That lets you get your hand in, learn how to do some basic braiding. And then we also have a lesson. They have a lesson on there of doing a 2-strand twist or reverse twist to take lighter cordage and make it into heavier. So I took number 18 bank line here, did a 2-strand reverse twist on it, and effectively it is now number 36 bank line. It may even be a little tougher because it is quite a heavy braid. I don't recommend bank line for doing that lesson. Anybody who uses bank line for doing that, I really commend them. This is not an easy process, especially the longer you go. This is about 15 feet. If you have attempted or have tried that, you understand what I'm talking about. That is no small feat, and kudos to anybody who does that. So, a couple of the other lessons we have, I'll show. There is whipping tool handles. This, I did the photos on Instagram and stuff of making a handle for my ceramic sharpening rod. I just whipped, made a handle for that with whipping jute twine, then epoxying it. We did that, and then there's another lesson for making a custom fire steel. I did the same thing, took the fire steel, used jute twine, epoxied it, and then put a fire cord lanyard on there. That is one of the other lessons, building a custom fire steel. That was my example. Again, I think I posted these all pictures of all these items to my community page to look at. And one of the last couple of things there is make a custom pot hook. These aren't all the lessons. These are just some finished examples I can bring and show you. This is my pot hook. It is carved out of a tree branch. And then I took and made an adjustable hanger out of 550 cord. And on that adjustable hanger, I used a taut line hitch to make it a rapid adjustable pot hanger. So you can hang this from a tripod and adjust your height with that taut line hitch, and that's going to keep it secure hanging over the fire. So we have that. Learning how to make a pot hook. There's different examples in the student practice. You're not necessarily tied to any of the certain ones, but build a pot hook. And another example of the lessons on there is to build a PSK, build a personal survival kit. There's a lesson, and then again a student practice thread. And again, all these student practice threads have hundreds, if not thousands, of entries in them showing what they did and how they did it. So there's plenty of resources that are free. Again, guys, that's the important thing. They are free for anybody to go there and learn from. So you can make a PSK, learn how to do a 2-strand twist, different knots. Knots are always kind of intimidating for some people, so that's an easy lesson and a great lesson to practice on. Making adjustable pot hooks, learning how to braid man-made materials in that basic, whipping tool handles, making custom fire steels. There's other lessons, cooking over a fire, making an improvised cooking implement, twig fire, sharpening your knife, and a number of other things. I think there are 15 total requirements for the basic certification. So, and then you have to do 5 electives. So we have all those. Some of these are electives, not all these are requirements. These are some electives. This is a mix. So with that, that's the Bushclass aspect on Bushcraft USA. That to me is the biggest and best resource we have in this world we live in right now to get into bushcraft and wilderness survival. These skills are crafting lessons generally, but these all lead to being able to elevate your level of skill out in the woods. So with these, I'll move these off to the side. And if you have any questions, please guys, drop them in the comments. I will help you. I will point you in the right direction, whatever it may be. I'm just a member there. I have no association with them. I just believe it's one of the best resources out there. And I've been there since 2011. So that's the Bushclass aspect of what this video is going to cover. Next up, between Bushclass and getting a couple books. So you guys know I am a huge proponent of books. Having knowledge at your fingertips and being able to learn and use these examples to flip to wherever you want to be and learn that skill is amazing. I have a number of books here with me today to show you. We're not going to go in through them that in depth, but I want to give you some titles to keep in mind that you can go out, look for, and use in your journey. So not going to be any big surprise here. Bushcraft by Morris Kohansky is my number 1 recommendation. I've yet to find a better book, and I have probably went through a few dozen options I've shown on Instagram. This is still the best book out there if you're outside of the desert for practicing bushcraft and wilderness survival. Moores goes over a lot of lessons. There are a lot of lessons he has on that are covered in here that are posted to Caremat Wilderness Ways on YouTube. Another great resource. So I would recommend picking up one or a couple of these books if possible. You don't have to buy these new. Amazon and eBay are perfect for used books. You can get most of these books under $10, so keep that in mind. So we have Bushcraft with Moores Kohansky. Another great recommendation, the Outdoor Survival Handbook by Ray Mears. I'm sure some of you know who Ray is. He has had a couple shows on television. He's a British bushcraft instructor. He taught British military and others. He's done shows on Canoeing Canada, a bunch of different things. This would probably be my second most recommended book. These are the only two I really have in any order. It's Moores Kohansky's Bushcraft and then Ray Mears' handbook or Outdoor Survival Handbook. These are 1 and 2 for me. Those are where I would start. And then some other options are Survive by Les Stroud. You guys know how I feel about Les. I think he is one of the greatest examples you have to learn from out there in the modern world. So Les Stroud Survive is another great resource. I've seen this one too here before. 98 Degrees, The Art of Keeping Your Ass Alive by Cody Lundeen. Another excellent book. A lot of great stuff in here. Cody, one of the best instructors out there going. So another excellent book. Then I have 2 more. This is Kevin Estelea. 101 Skills You Need to Survive in the Woods. This, I like the breakdown, how Kevin puts this out there. Each individual skill, 101 total, from skinning game, making fires, building packs, navigation, whatever it may be, covers in here in a nice, easily digestible content. So Kevin Estelea's 101 Skills You Need to Survive in the Woods is another excellent option if you're looking to get into this and where to start. And lastly, one of my favorites, this is Lars Fault, Outdoors the Scandinavian Way. Lars recently passed away, but he is one of the most highly regarded instructors out there, and that's from Moore's mouth. Les, all these guys. There are a number of different books in this series from Lars. There's Winter and Knife Skills. This is a great generalized one. So this is one of my favorites. If I had to say anything, this might be my 3rd recommended book. But really, you can start with any of these and start building your skills and knowledge. So we have Outdoors, the Scandinavian Way, Lars Fault, Cody Lundeen's book, Les Stroud, Ray Mears, Moores Kohansky, and Kevin Estelea. Guys, these are all pretty much household names for anybody in this space in the outdoor world. You can't go wrong with any of these. There's a lot of great information, all of them. It would take too long to go through each of these books right now and go through them, but these are all great resources that can teach you critical skills and mindset to get you out in the woods and start your adventure out there and be safe. So I hope this video, while it's not geared towards most of the people I talk to, like experienced woodsmen and stuff, this is a big proponent of my channel, is making the outdoors, whether bushcraft, wilderness survival, more accessible to people. And you don't have to take expensive lessons, go to expensive schools to learn how to do these things. Everything on Bushcraft USA is completely free. There are options to become a supporting member to get rid of ads on the page, but that's not necessarily. You can use the forum just fine without it. And all the Bushclass stuff is completely free. You don't have to have any level of membership to do that. So that's why that is my #1 resource. Pair that with any of these books or all of them, and you will be well on your way to starting your journey in the outdoors. I hope this is able to bring more people out. For me, I like to think that I can help bring some people out to the woods. I don't want to be intimidating to people because it can be at times. So thank you, folks. If you have any questions, please drop them in the comments below, and I'll answer those for you. So thank you, guys. Until next time, if you have any questions, drop them down there. Stay safe, and I'll see you then.